Dito tayo sa ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos. Tuwang-tuwa yung ating Pangulo.
Napanood nyo ba si Alex Ella kanina?
Di ba? Thank you, Alex Iala, sabi ni Ping Lacson, for lifting the Filipino spirit. God bless you and the Philippines. Yan ang sabi ni Ping Lacson. Di ba, mga kababayan? Tama yung kanyang sinabi. Itong gusto kong i-share sa inyo, mga kababayan. Kahapon kasi may mass yung mga prosecutors. Tapos may run for justice yata. Run for justice. Napakaganda itong outrun corruption, sabi rito. Run like a thief. Ito yung grupo, mga kababayan, na inorganize. So yun, mga kababayan, ang masaya.
Nagbabagang mga balita at pagtalakay sa mga isyu ng lipunan. Bulsa! Opinyon, banat at paglalantad sa katotohanan. Bulsa! What you see is what you get. You decide.
Kamusta po kayo? Dito tayo sa ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos. Tuwang-tuwa yung ating Pangulo kasi champion si Alex Iala, yung tennis star natin.
Members of the Malacanang Press Corps will have a statement. The President will read the statement first, and then we'll proceed with your questions.
Before I make my statement on the trip, napanood nyo ba si Alex Ella kanina?
Di ba? Tuwang-tuwa yung ating Pangulo.
She's becoming a true inspiration, especially for younger people, younger Filipinos. At biluin mo, meron na tayong player, babae pa, na nanalo ng third round sa Wimbledon. Tennis does not operate at a higher level than Wimbledon. So she's really world class na talaga.
World class.
She's terrific. If you remember when she first started winning, sabi ko nag-umpisa pa lang, she's just getting started. Well, you can see, turns out I was right. She's just getting started. Marami pang ibubuga yung bata natin. Yes, it's good news. I caught the last set kanina umaga, and it was a great result. Great result. Congratulations, Alex. Keep it up. We're all here. The whole Filipino nation is cheering you on. And we know that you are fighting or making proud and bringing luster and honor to the Philippines. Keep going, keep going. We are behind you. All right. Let me first read.
So yan, mga kababayan, ang pinaabot na congratulations kasi nagbigay ng honor, hindi dishonor tulad ni Sara Duterte at saka yung mga Pilipino na nandiyan dyan na mangilan-ilang lang naman sa Canada. Dishonor yung binibigay sa ating bansa, yung kanilang masasamang pag-ugali. At tuwang-tuwa yung mga DDS vlogger. Thank you, Alex Iala, sabi ni Ping Lacson, for lifting the Filipino spirit. God bless you and the Philippines. Yan ang sabi ni Ping Lacson. Di ba, mga kababayan? Tama yung kanyang sinabi. Highly toxic. Ngayon, ito yung statement ni Alex Iala. Pinay tennis ace Alex Iala said she is honored to inspire young athletes, encouraging them to become the first few as they pursue their own dreams. This comes after Iala toppled defending champion Iga Swiatek in the round of 32 of the 2026 Wimbledon Championships. Napakagaling niya. Parang super girl pong lumilipad. Kaya proud na proud siyempre, mga kababayan, yung ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos. At kinongratulate siya pati ni Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao, sino pa to? Si Maria Saracuba calls Alex Iala a star following her Wimbledon breakthrough. Napakagaling niya. Alexandra the Great ang kwan sa kanya. Tingnan naman ninyo. Matindi. O, di ba? Isa siyang inspirasyon, mga kababayan. No? Hindi. Grabe. Di ba? Kahanga-hanga. Pure determination. Ito si Kate. Alex gets to take a pic with Princess Kate sa Wimbledon. Nakipagpa-picture sa kanya. Nagpa-picture sa kanya si, sabi dito, ruffled socks, light up, shoes, chubby cheeks. The look changed, the grit never did. Parang Supergirl talaga. O, di ba? Mga kababayan, nakakatuwa. Pati yung mga celebrities, Celebrities so watch for Alex Yala at Wimbledon. Yeah. Hollywood celebrities. Sabi ni Alex Yala, when I have my opportunities, I have to take it. You know, they are blessings. Being here is blessing. I work super hard just to get here. And I'm taking it. If I have the chance, I'm taking it. So ito yung dapat na inspirasyon natin, ginagawang inspirasyon natin mga kababayan. Kahanga-hanga na pag-uugali at achievement, sabi dito. Honestly, I don't care anymore, sabi ni kanyang kalaban na si Iga Swiatek. Honestly, I don't care anymore about the results. I felt like Alexandra was more brave in important moments. I felt like she was serving slower and slower. And it became tougher and tougher for me to return these serves. Yan yung admission mga kababayan ng kanyang katunggali na Polish tennis star. Tinalo niya, defending champion. 24.3 million o 300,000 pounds. Alex Yala has already secured 24.3 million after stunning world number 3 Iga Swiatek. A win over Jasmine Paolini guarantees 38.9 million, while the Wimbledon champion packets a massive 292 million pesos, the total money at stake for the Wimbledon. So napakagaling mga kababayan nitong si Iyala at napakatalino niya. I-replay natin to.
Unbelievable reach here in front. Oh, well played.
Grabe.
That needs to go in the coaching manual. We're going to have an appendix.
Matindi.
The horizontal forehand.
Skill.
Unbelievable reach here.
Unbelievable, sabi ng sportscaster. At napakatalino niya.
Hi everyone! I just got off my match on center court and I am so over the moon right
napakaganda
now. Thank you
niya.
so much for your support and I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I did and I hope I'll see you in my next round. Bye! Hi everyone!
Diba? Nakaka-proud mga kababayan. Ito ang binigay sa atin ay pride. Yung mga DDS po, puro kahihiyan ang dala. Si Sarah, puro kahihiyan.
The champion is beaten.
Dito muna tayo sa masaya. Grabe. So yun mga kababayan, ang masaya na mga bata. Asa na yung bata pa siya? Tingnan naman ninyo. The humble beginning ni Alex Yala. Ang nag-training sa kanya yung lolo niya. Yan siya nung bata pa. Itong gusto kong i-share sa inyo mga kababayan. Kahapon kasi may mass yung mga prosecutors. Tapos may run for justice yata. Run for justice. Napakaganda itong outrun corruption, sabi rito. Run like a thief. Ito yung grupo, mga kababayan, na inorganize. Habulin ang magnanakaw. Ayala runners call for immediate convening of the impeachment court. Magkukonvene na po mamayang hapon, yung impeachment court. Nakakonvene na sila. Start na nga po ng mali yung term dito. Yung impeachment court na i-convene na po, matagal na. Last month pa, yung si nag-take out na sila. Si Alan Peter Cayetano pa ang Senate President. Nag-convene na sila. So ang mamaya, yung schedule na po ng trial, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Kaya mali itong kwento rito, to convene impeachment court laban kay Sara Duterte para sa impeachment ni Sara. Coinciding with Ayala Car-Free Sunday, sabi dito, scores of joggers held an anti-run as they demand for Vice President Sara Duterte's accountability. Nika Dumlao, organizer of the said activity, said the accountability mechanisms on the accusations against Vice President Sara Duterte has been delayed for about 2 years already. Tama. We expect the Senate to convene the impeachment court tomorrow. Nakakonvene na po sila. Schedule na lang trial. It's time to proceed without any delay. Dumlao, as part of Outrun movement, also helped organize the anti-corruption runs from Ayala to Luneta on the day of Dibahain ang Luneta, held on September 21 and November 30, 2025. The runners first converged at the Sultan Kudarat Monument at the corner of Paseo de Rojas sa Makati Avenue, then towards the direction of Ninoy Aquino Monument, and then along the stretch of Ayala Avenue. We want to show the world that Filipinos from all walks of life, runners of fitness enthusiasts included, are watching how this impeachment process will unfold. Kaya nga, mamaya, sama-sama nating panoorin. We want to show the world that Filipinos from all walks of life, runners and fitness enthusiasts included, are watching how this impeachment process will unfold. We urge Senator judges to allow all evidences to be shown and all witnesses to be heard from everyone to see. Yun ang ating hiling. Do not acquit her through technicalities or utter political bias, sabi po ni Dumlao. Several participants wore shirts calling for Vice President's conviction. Kasi alam nila, guilty si Sara. Doon pa lang sa pagbabanta, guilty. Isa lang sa 4, mga kababayan. Isa lang sa 4 na articles of impeachment ang guilty si Sara. Then, they will be expelled. She will be removed. Kahit isa lang. Dumlao added, today is also a call for the entire government from Congress and the Senate to the Ombudsman to run after all corrupt government officials. No one should get away with stealing our money. Let us all outrun the thieves. Ikulong na yan, mga kurakot, sabi nila. So ito yung ginawa nilang run like a thief kahapon, mga kababayan. At yung kailingin nila, i-convict si Sara. Kasi sa paniwala nila, guilty man talaga po. Ngayon, mga kababayan, may pinalabas siyang press release and parang analysis na rin yan, parang commentary niya. I-share ko po sa inyo yung kanyang pananaw, mga kababayan. At sa tingin ko, tama yung kanyang pananaw at yung mga apprehensions niya na baka isabotahe po, mag-create sila ng krisis para isabotahe ang impeachment trial. Yan ang apprehension ni Nika Dumlao. Kaya sabi niya dito, do not let them stop this trial. I-share ko sa inyo yung kanyang column. The Constitution was not written to be outrun, sabi niya. It was written to be obeyed, especially by the powerful. And especially at the moment they are most tempted to escape it. Article 11 of the 1987 Constitution says that once the articles of impeachment are transmitted, trial by the Senate shall forthwith proceed. Hindi ito sinunod nila. The framers chose that word deliberately because they know that the official facing trial, whoever it might be, and whatever era, would look far away the moment the evidence started to matter. They built the word forthwith into the charter as a lock against exactly the kind of maneuvering we are now watching to unfold. We are now watching unfold. Filipinos need to understand in plain terms what is at stake in the coming days, sabi po niya. And why every one of the threats now circulating around this trial deserves not attention but alarm. The peril is real and it is not abstract. So may peligro po na baka isabotahe. Yan ang kanilang pananaw. Natingin ko din po, yan ang kanilang pinaplano. For months, the public has been told that this impeachment would be decided on the strength of evidence, bank records, testimony, documents, cross-examination, in open session, where everyone with an internet connection or a television set could watch it happen. That promise is now at risk, sabi po niya. Not because the evidence has weakened, but because the mechanism for avoiding it have multiplied. 3 distinct threats are converging, sabi po niya, at once. And each one, on its own, could be enough to derail a proceedings that took months of hearings, subpoenas, and deliberations to arrive at this point. Baka, mga kababayan, mag-create sila ng internal crisis para hindi maipresent yung mga ebidensya. Gumawa sila ng mga pamamaraan para hindi na matuloy yung hearing, yung trial mismo. Ang isa sa mga opsyon na pwedeng gawin nila, ang pwedeng strategy, na pwedeng gawin nila, i-boycott yung mismong trial. Reports suggest that a block of senators aligned with a faction reportedly led by Senator Alan Peter Cayetano may consider walking out of the proceedings altogether. So hindi sila magpa-participate. Walk out sila. Not to cross-examine a witness they doubt. To leave the chamber so that their absence itself becomes the crisis. So ito mga possibilities na tinitingnan nila mga kababayan. A manufactured justifiable controversy that can be dragged before the Supreme Court as proof that the trial cannot proceed in good order. So this is a real danger mga kababayan. Bantayan natin. Pero sabi ko nga, kahit sila isarapan nila yung Senado, walang problema yan kasi hindi sila lulusot. Bakit? Kung hindi nila tuloy ang trial sa Senado, ito gawin nila, mag-walk out sila. May ombudsman, filean siya ng plunder case. And in fact, yun ang kinoconsider. Kasi yung impeachment po, removal from office lang po after conviction and disqualification. Pero pag plunder, kulong, tulad ni Marcoleta, 75 million. Ito yung involved dito, hindi lang 75 million. Ang involved dito, 612.5 million confidential funds. Pag sinabotahin nila, alam naman magpapabaya yung Marcos administration sa kalokohan nila. Another sword of Damocles, bibitawan po ng Marcos administration. Wala silang lusot dito. Walang lusot dito si Sara. Nagsalita na yung ating Pangulo. Sabi ng ating Pangulo sa interview doon sa before na bumalik doon sa Canada. Sara, anya, tinanong siya ng media kung ano yung posisyon niya. Kung sa ako anyang tatanungin, to show up, dapat harapin niya ito. So, that statement, may mensahe, makaulugang mensahe, mga kababayan, yung ating Pangulo. Kailangang harapin niya. This is not a legal strategy, sabi niya. It is an exit strategy. Dress up as one. And the public should recognize it as such the moment it happened. Senate sitting as an impeachment court performs a constitutional function that the charter vests in it exclusively, sabi niya. A senator seat at that trial is not a favor extended to either the prosecution or the defense. It is a duty owed directly to the Filipino people. Citizen monitoring groups like Bantay Senado have said it plainly. The public is not a spectator to this trial. The public is the third participant. Every senator who walks out is not just abstaining from a vote. They're walking out on the people who elected them to sit in judgment. Precisely at the moment judgment was asked of them. If this happens, sabi po niya, it will be presented to the public as a matter of conscience or constitutional principle. Filipinos should ask a simple question. If the objection is truly about constitutional process, Why does it require abandoning the process rather than arguing inside it, engineering a two-thirds crisis? There is also a concerning talk that the defense may push for procedural votes deliberately calibrated around the two-thirds conviction threshold, not because the merits require it, but because a razor-thin contested or irregular vote is more useful in subsequent petition to the Supreme Court than a clean and orderly one would be. This inverts everything the two-thirds rule was designed to protect. The supermajority requirement exists to ensure that removing a high official from office reflects broad, sober, considered judgment, not the arithmetic of a bare majority, and certainly not a vote deliberately structured to produce a challengeable outcome, turning the two-thirds threshold into a tripwire rather than a safeguard, converts a constitutional protection for the accused into a weapon against trial itself, sabi po niya. If a party genuinely believes the Supreme Court should intervene, the Constitution already gives them the avenue through the court's ordinary certiorari jurisdiction, which has in fact already been invoked in a pending petition. What the Constitution does not permit is asking the Senate to pause because a case is before the Supreme Court, while simultaneously working inside the Senate to manufacture fresh grounds for the Supreme Court to intervene again. Pwedeng gawin daw nila ito. Two tribunals cannot be made to chase the same tail in perpetuity. At some point, that is not litigation. It is a loop built to never close. Then, pangatlo, mga kababayan, na possibility na pwedeng gawin ng itong mga kakampi ni Sara. The filings the public has not yet seen. Perhaps most concerning of all, sabi niya, there are indications as yet confirmed and unreported in mainstream media that additional petitions may already be pending before the Supreme Court, seeking to halt the trial outright. Filed quietly enough that the public does not yet know they exist. If true, the pattern is unmistakable. Every time the calendar moves closer to the actual presentation of evidence, a new procedural vehicle appears to slow it down. Filed not in the open, not with fanfare, but through the side door. Time to land precisely when public attention is elsewhere. This is not vigilance about due process. It is an allergy to trial itself. It is and is worse for happening quietly. So the public should not have to learn after the fact that the filing existed for weeks before anyone reported it. So yun mga kababayan, ang mga sabi dito, mga possibilities na pwedeng gawin ng kampo ni Sara Duterte. Tingin ninyo, bantayan na lang natin mga kababayan. Anyway, yun na lang po yung short video natin. Maraming salamat po. Bye-bye. God bless.
Burning and lifting cream, pinapahid po sa mga pulses in affected area. Mainam po sa paninigas ng mga kaso-kasuan. Ito naman po, Automax Radiant Serum. Sa mukha naman yung application, anti-aging po siya. You will look 10 years younger than your age. Sa mga cancer patients naman po, baka lang gusto ninyo itong itry. Neng siya red mixed fruit drink. Hindi mo po siya gamot, food supplement siya. Kaya lang, gawa siya mga kababayan sa goji berry. Yung goji berry may anti-cancer properties. O ngayon, yung mga inquiries ninyo, dumiritso na lang kayo sa aming messenger sa Facebook para masagot namin agad. Ayos pa? Ayos na ayos niya, Mr. Maravilla. Sa mga nagana po ng malinis and spacious fitness gym, pumunta lang po kayo sa aming Colossal Fitness Gym. May Grab car rental din po kami. But anyway, ito po pala yung aming bagong product na binibenta online. I am worldwide amazing pure organic barley powdered drink mix from Australia. Negosyo to ng aking anak na architect entrepreneur Riz Maravillas. Ayan po. Kontakin na lang po ninyo siya, Riz Maravillas on Facebook. Ang mga health benefits niya, boost immunity, improves digestion, enhance energy levels, packed with antioxidants, prevent cancer. Ito naman po yung bago naming product na binibenta online. Eye Glow Serum, whitening po siya. Tingnan ninyo yung epekto sa aking anak na architect before and now. Yung mga inquiries po ninyo, dumiretso na lang kayo sa kanyang Facebook account, Riz Maravillas.